This video is for the literal equations assignment. You're asked to do 1 through 14 for the first day. And these were meant to be, that's more problems I normally assign, but they're meant to go pretty fast. But they work pretty much the same as other things we've done that have numbers. It's just now you have extra variables. But we'll go through some of these quickly just to show how fast they can go. So I'm going to start on number 2. And this is actually one of your assignment questions. So basically, if you follow along, you get a free answer. So the goal is, if they say solve for x, x is what we want to get rid of. So we're going to follow their usual rule. So I'll add 2 to both sides. So that will leave you with 2x equals u minus 2. And I can't combine the u and the 2. They're not like terms. So that's kind of all I can do for now. Right now, x is being multiplied by 2. The inverse operation is to divide by 2. Again, these are same steps you'd use if you were just doing regular algebraic expressions. So here these factor out. I'm just left with x, or 1x. And over here, I've got u minus 2 over 2. And I've had some people say, well, can I divide this 2 by this 2? But since I can't divide the u by 2, I can either do both of them or none. So the fact that the 2 is divisible by 2, but the u isn't, I can't do anything more with this. So that is the answer. That's as far as I can go. X equals u minus 2 divided by 2. We'll look ahead. So some of these other ones I think look a little bit easier. We'll skip until we get to something a little harder. Most of these, looking at these first few problems, it's just one step and you're finished. So let's scroll down until we get to something a little trickier. We'll take a look at number 7. That one's a little different. So they say solve for a. Now, this is a little different because we're not usually used to having the variable we need to solve for in the bottom. So first thing I do is to move that out of the bottom is I would actually multiply both sides by a. And if you need to rewrite this, you've got more room, that's fine, but I'm just going to kind of squeeze in here. So times a, and I can think of it as a over 1. If I do this side times a, I'll do this side times a. Again, it's kind of a tight squeeze. So if you want to rewrite it, you certainly can. But basically, I'm multiplying both sides by a. So here, the a's factor out. And I'm just left with the k. K over 1 is still just k, so I'm going to do that. And then over here, I have a times u, or I could just think of it as a u. But I wanted to get a alone, so I didn't want to have it in denominator, so that's why I multiplied by a. But now that it's here, I've got a times u. Well, I don't want the u here anymore, so I'm going to divide by u on both sides. And a is going to be equal to k over u right there.